So once again, welcome to School Coaching Point, and this is the question in front of you, and this question is very important from the examination point of view. So here is the question. A man traveled 370 km partly by train and partly by car. If he covers 250 km by train and the rest by car, it takes him 4 hours. But if he travels 130 km by train and the rest by car, he takes 80 minutes longer. Find the speed of the train and that of the car. So in this given question, there will be two cases. First of all, total distance is how much? Is 370 km. So solution. So total distance, so what is the total distance? Total distance is 370 km. And in case 1, it is given that 370 km partly by train and partly by car. If he covers 250 km by train, so in case 1, suppose this is case 1. Suppose in case 1, distance traveled by the train is how much? Is 250 km. Is 250 km by train. That means out of 370 km, 250 km is traveled by the train and the rest by the car. If 250 km is traveled by the train, that means 120 km. 120 km should be traveled by car. So what is the condition? In 370 km, total distance is 370 km, and in case 1, if he covers 250 km by train, that means distance traveled by the train is 250 km, and rest by car, that means is 250 km is the distance traveled by the train, then 120 km should be traveled by the car, and in total, traveling the total distance, what is the total time taken? 4 hours. So total time taken is 4 hours. Suppose the time taken by the train to travel 250 km is T1 and time taken by the car to travel 120 km is T2. So according to the question, total time taken is how much? 4 hours. That means in case 1, T1 plus T2 is equals to 4 hours. So total time taken how much? It is 4 hours. Suppose x be the speed of the train. So let x kilometer per hour be the speed of the train. So x kilometer per hour be the speed of the train, and y kilometer per hour be the speed of the car. So x kilometer per hour is the speed of the train and y kilometer per hour be the speed of the car. Now we have already discussed, if T1 is the time taken by the train to travel 250 km, that means the distance traveled by the train in T1 hour is 250 km and speed of the train is x km per hour. So therefore x equals to 250 divided by T1, because we know speed equals to distance divided by time. So this is the formula to find out the speed. Speed equals to what? Distance divided by time. since the distance is 250 kilometer and time taken is t1 hour by the train, so speed of the train should be 250 divided by t1. So from here t1 equals to 250 by x. So here t1 equals to 250 by x. Similarly, y equals to, y is the speed of the car. So y is the speed of the car and distance traveled by the car is 120 kilometer and time taken is t2. That means speed y equals to 120 divided by t2, distance divided by time. So from here t2 equals to 120 by y. So here t1 equals to 250 by x and t2 equals to 120 by y. So we have already discussed total time taken is how much? It's 4 hours. That means t1 plus t2 equals to 4 hours. According to the question, t1 plus t2 equals to 4 hours. So from here t1 means it's 250 by x plus 120 by y equals to 4. So in case 1, t1 plus t2 is 4 hours. It means 250 by x. So t1 means 250 by x, t2 means 120 by y. So 250 by x plus 120 by y equals to 4. So give it equation 1. So this is case 1. Now let's move to the remaining lines. But if he travels 130 kilometer by train, so in case 2, so what is the case 2? In case 2, 130 kilometer is traveled by the train. That means what is the distance traveled by the train is 130 kilometer. So in this case, total distance is 370 kilometer. In case 2, distance traveled by the train is 130 kilometer. So this is the distance traveled by the train, 130 kilometer. If 130 kilometer is the distance traveled by the train, so what should be the distance traveled by the car? It will be 240 kilometer. Why it is 240? Because the total distance is 370. Out of 370, 130 is traveled by the train. So the distance traveled by the car should be 240 kilometer. So simply subtracting 130 from the 370, we can easily find out the remaining distance traveled by the car. Once again, same concept. Suppose T1 is the time taken to travel 130 kilometer by the train. Speed is already given. So this is suppose case 1. This is case 1. In case 2, suppose T1 is the time taken to travel 130 kilometer and speed is given. Speed of the train is x kilometer per hour. And one thing we should remember, in both the case, the speed of the train and the speed of the car, it will remain same. Initially we have assumed speed of the train is x kilometer per hour. For both the cases it will be x kilometer per hour. Similarly, y kilometer per hour is the speed of the car and it will be same for both the case. So in case 2, time taken is t1, distance traveled is 130, so speed x equals to distance divided by time, 130 by t1. So from here t1 equals to 130 by x. Similarly, y is the speed of the car. So y equals to distance traveled by the car in case 2 is 240 kilometers. So distance traveled divided by time taken. Time taken is t2. So from here t2 equals to 240 divided by y. So in case 2, T1 is 130 by x and T2 is 240 by y. Now let's move to the line. He takes 18 minutes longer. 18 minutes longer means initially time taken in case number 1, the time taken to travel the whole distance is 4 hours. But in case number 2, it will take 18 minutes more. Longer means 18 minutes more. So according to the question, 18 minutes more means T1 plus T2. 18 minutes more, it means 4 plus 18 minutes. So 18 minutes we need to convert in the hours. So 4 plus 18 by 60. So it will be 4 plus 6 3 is 18, 6 20. So 3 by 6 10. Sorry, it will be 3 by 10. 3 by 10. So 6 3 is 18, 6 10 is 60. So 4 plus 3 by 10, it will be 43 by 10 hour. So T1 plus T2 is 43 by 10. So instead of T1, we can write T1 means 130 by x and T2 means 240 by y. So this is equation 2. So in equation 1, we get 250 by x plus 120 by y equals to 4. And in equation 2, we get 130 by x plus 240 by y equals to 43 by 10. So in the next step, we need to solve both the equation 1 and equation 2. So in equation 1, how can you solve equation 1 and 2? First of all, you should write down the equation. In equation 1 is given 250 by x plus 120 by y. First of all, you should write down the equation. Equation 1 is 250 by x plus 120 by y equals to 4. This is equation 1. And what should be the equation 2? This is equation 2. Here with equation 1. Equation 2 is how much? 130 by x plus 240 by y equals to 43 by 10. Give it equation 2. Now we need to solve this both the equation. 250 by x plus 120 by y equals to 4 and 130 by x plus 240 by y equals to 43 by 10. So what is the technique? When in the equation the variables are given in reciprocal. So you can see in both the equation the variables are in reciprocal form. So when the variables are given in reciprocal form, we should use the technique of U and V. That means we should assume let 1 by x equals to u and 1 by y equals to v. So you should remember when the variable in the given equation are in the form of reciprocal, that time we should use the technique of u and v. Technique of u and v means we should assume 1 by x equals to u and 1 by y equals to v. If 1 by x equals to u and 1 by y equals to v, then equation 1 becomes, equation 1 implies 250u plus 120v equals to 4. and equation 2 implies 130u plus 240v equals to 43 by 10. Suppose it is equation 3 and equation 4. Now equation 3 and equation 4, in equation 3 and equation 4, we need to solve both the equation and find the value of u and v. So there are so many methods. You can use the cross multiplication method, substitution method, elimination method. So here I will show you the elimination method. So in elimination method, in the previous video, I have already explained how can you do the elimination method. In elimination method, either you can eliminate u or you can eliminate v. That means in the two variables, you can eliminate one of the two variables. It's your choice. You can eliminate either u or you can eliminate either v. So in equation 3, you can notice that the variable assigned with 120 is v and the variable assigned with 240 is v, and 120 and 240, these are multiple. So when 120 is multiplied by 2, we get 240. That means to eliminate any one of the variable, we should find out the LCM. So what is the LCM of 120 and 240? 240 is the LCM. That means in equation 3, to make 120 240, what should be the process? We should simply multiplying by 2. So in equation 3, suppose 2 multiplying by 3, equation 3. 2 multiplying by equation 3, it becomes 2 into 250, it becomes 500 u plus 120 into 2, it becomes 240 v equals to 2 into 4, 8. Give it equation 5. Now in equation 5, coefficient of v becomes 240, and in equation 4, coefficient of v is also 240. That means equation 4, we need to multiply it with 1. Equation 4, 1 into equation 4, we get 130u plus 240v equals to 43 by 10. Give it equation 6. So is there any doubt regarding these steps? So in elimination method, I have already explained, you can eliminate either u or either v, it's your choice. Suppose you want to eliminate v, just go through the coefficient of v. So in equation 3, coefficient of v is 120. In equation 4, coefficient of v is 240. So in 120 and 240, first of all, you should find out the LCM. So in 120 and 240, 240 is the LCM. That means in equation 3, we should multiplying by 2. So 2 into equation 3. So 2 into 250, it becomes 500u. 120 into 2, it becomes 240v. 2 into 4, it becomes 8. Give it equation 5. And in equation 4, the coefficient of v is already 240. That means we need to multiply by 1. So 1 into equation 4 is 1 into 130, it becomes 130. 1 into 240, it becomes 240. 1 into 43 by 10, it becomes 43 by 10. So give it equation 6. Now in equation 5 and equation 6, coefficient of v are same. The coefficient of v are same. So here 240, here also 240, and the sign is also same, plus sign. So simply subtracting 4, simply subtracting 6 from 5. Now subtracting 6 from 5. So why we need to subtract? Because the coefficient of V is 240 and sign is plus sign. Here also 240 in equation 6 and sign is plus sign. That's why we need to subtract. So equation 6 subtract from equation 5. So in equation 5, since we subtract 6 from 5, that means we should write down the terms of equation 5 first. So it should be 500u plus 240v minus 130u minus 240v equals to 8 minus 43 by 10. So left hand side are subtracted from the left hand side and right hand sides are subtracted from the right hand side. So 500u minus 240v, it becomes 0 and 10 6 carry, it becomes 3 160 260. Yes, correct? Yes, 260. No. I have done one step wrong. So 500u and 130u. So we should subtract 500u, 130u from 500u. So 500 minus 130, it becomes 0, 7, and here it's 4 minus 1, 3, 7, 0, plus 240, 240 cancel, it becomes 0 equals to 80 minus 43. So 370 equals to 80 minus 43 becomes 37. So 370u equal to 37 by 10. So from here u equals to 37 by 10 into 370. So 37 10 times. So 1 by 10 into 10 it becomes 100. So u equals to 1 by 100. So u equals to how much you got? 1 by 100. If u equals to 1 by 100, we should find out the value of v. So simply substitute the value of u either in equation 3 or in equation 4. It's your choice. Now equation 3 implies 250 So equation 3 implies, that means in the equation 3 we should substitute the value of u. So it is 250u. 250u means 250 by 100 plus 120v equals to 4. 250 by 100, because u means 1 by 100. So 250 into 1 by 100, that means 250 by 100 plus 120v equals to 4. So from this equation you can easily find out the value of v. So here you can cancel the 0, it's 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are. So 5 by 2 plus 120 by v equals to 4. So 120v equals to 4 minus 5 by 2. So 120v equals to 4 to the 8 minus 5. So from here 120v equals to 3 by 2. So from here v equals to 3 by 2 into 120. 40 times. So 1 by 2 into 40, 1 by 80. So V how much you got? 1 by 80 and U equals to 1 by 100. If U equals to 1 by 100, U equals to 1 by 100, so implies X equals to how much? So initially we assume 1 by X equals to U. So U equals to 1 by 100, it means what? X equals to 100 kilometer per hour. Similarly, V equals to 1 by 80. So we have assumed 1 by Y equals to V. So from here, V equals to 1 by 80, it means Y equals to 80 kilometer per hour. So X is 100 kilometer per hour, that means the speed of the train is 100 kilometer per hour, and Y equals to 80 kilometer per hour means it is the speed of the car. And these type of questions are very important. You should practice at home. And thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for notification of the upcoming video. Thank you.